Let's just say we need a bigger bed. We need like a California king size. So if anybody,
we need like just one.
If anybody's selling one, if anybody's selling one, just let us know.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Dan and Corey here, the parents of the baby gang. So a few days ago we put out a Q&A just as parents for you to get to know us, and we had a lot of feedback, and we appreciate everybody who left a comment letting us know where you're from. It's awesome to see how much we connect with people literally around the world, and all the questions you had were awesome, and we're going to answer them. So let's start.
Lisa Clearly from San Diego, California asks, does Dan's extended family live close by to you? There's a lot of videos of Corey's extended family, but not so much of Dan's. Also, I remember the photo of Dan's siblings when they were kids, and I know he has a twin too. Does he have an identical twin? Does his twins have kids? And are his kids close in age to your kids?
Well, thank you for following our family, of course. So Lisa, to answer your question, well, a number of your questions is that I do have my extended family that is relatively close.
Yeah.
Although I'm working, like they're working, they're all on their own schedule. Since Corey's a stay-at-home mom, it's easier for her to make the plans with her sisters and her extended family. She can go out with her, with Auntie Tay-Tay, to their little Starbucks trips.
Taylor's just in school right now, so she finishes at like 1 o'clock, so it's easy just to be like, oh, Taylor, can you come with me to the store or whatnot? And then my sister, Jessica, with baby Axel, she's actually on mat leave as well, too, so it's a lot easier to plan. With Dan's family, it's a little bit more, you have to plan ahead of time because they all work full-time jobs.
But I'm very close with my family. I'm very close with my brothers. I make the plans and they come visit. A lot of them don't really like the blogging world, or I don't feel like they're into it. So I don't really force them on camera, or I don't really have them on camera when I'm around. As for my twin brother, who I'm really close with as well, we're not identical twins.
Fraternal twins.
We're fraternal twins. He doesn't have kids, so
I don't think he even.
Yeah, I don't think he wants kids at all. He's just focusing on his career and working and just saving his money.
Yeah.
So probably good he doesn't have kids. Yeah. Next question. Andrea Duvall. We have a 3-year-old, twin 1.5-year-old, and a 4-month-old. Wow. We have a Dodge Grand Caravan, but have such wretched time getting all the car seats in the car. We can relate, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to stand in the trunk of the van to put the twins in the car seat. It's a lot of work. What kind of vehicle do you guys have? Also, I noticed you have a triplet stroller. What brand? In terms of the van, we struggle just like you do. Yeah. We drive a Dodge Grand Caravan, which is a question that we get asked quite often.
Actually, surprisingly, it is. But you think like with 4 kids and like 6 of us total, that people just kind of assume that you'd have a van, but I guess it's not a typical thing.
Well, I feel like there's like the crossovers that can seat 7 as well.
Oh yeah. But, I guess I don't really know much other than
I feel like we need a Dodge Sprinter, like one of those big mobile bus, some short bus vehicles.
Yeah.
In terms of the triplet stroller, we have the PEG-PEREGO triplet stroller. And it barely fits in our van. We actually have to take off one of the wheels to put it in, and it's been like that since the babies were born.
It took some maneuvering, and like we tried so many different ways to like try to put it in the trunk, put it like this way in the van. So we found the best way to work is going behind the passenger and driver's seat.
We line it up with the
and we have to take off a wheel, and then the seats, luckily, they come off so they can just go in the trunk. It was a little bit easier, and we did have a bit more space when we just had the bucket seats that the triplets were in, because we could take those in and out. But now they're in the second stage car seats. We actually need the seats of the stroller too. Yeah. So, next question.
Next question.
Stephanie Vigna asks, what do you think or hope your children will become in the future, based on their personalities and things that they like to play with or obsess over? That's a good question.
My goal is to just raise kind, caring, and compassionate children. I want to be as supportive a father and parent as I can be. So when my kid has some sort of aspiration or goal towards doing something, I want to encourage that. It doesn't matter what they do. I mean, obviously with some sort of general guidance, but I would never want to take away from what my kids want to do. So it's really, really hard because I just want them to be kids right now, and I want them to enjoy what life has to offer. And I think Corey can agree, but...
I think that, like pretty much what Dan said, I hope that they just follow what their dreams are, and if it leads them to like the craziest place, maybe one will be an astronaut and the other one could be a stay-at-home mom like me, or a chef or something. So there's so many different things out there for them to do, and just as long as they're following something that they enjoy and they're comfortable with it and they love what they do, then it's perfect. So
yeah. Carrie Ann Robb, this one is specifically for Corey.
Okay.
As a stay-at-home mom, I have to know where you find your patience. Do you have any tips or tricks for keeping calm amongst the chaos? I particularly struggle with toddler whining. I'm from Yorkshire, England, so shout out to you in England there.
Yes, I do face all the struggles of being a stay-at-home mom, and it does come a lot with a lot of the whining. I know sometimes I feel like I'm going to lose my patience during the day when Emily, because she's at the stage where she wants the attention too. So if she sees me giving the triplets something, like a little bit of attention, like they're doing something funny, she automatically has to come over and like just wants to be part of it too. So rather than getting mad that she's whining or something, I just kind of include her in everything. So
we try to include, like with Emily specifically and with the babies, we try and include her to do everything because she can be quite motherous herself.
Yeah.
But in terms of staying calm as parents, because this is a question we get quite often, and it's about like, you know, things like how do you do it, and realistically it's just we don't have a choice, we just do it. And at the end of the day, when it comes to the tantrums and the whining and the crying, I mean, we do have our moments where we get a little overwhelmed, but at the end of the day, it's all about our attitude. So we can choose to be upset or down or angry about what's going on, or we can just make the best and realize that our kids are just being kids and they're learning, and that we are just doing our best to guide them, and we need to kind of talk them through most of the things.
Yeah. And there is times where I feel like I'm going to rip my hair out and stuff, so don't get me wrong, like I'm never,
I think I'm losing a little bit.
Yeah, I had just got my hair color because to have cover up the grays, but there is those times and stuff, and like Dan said, it's just a matter of how you handle them. And then sometimes, you know, maybe you do have to just walk away and hide yourself in the bathroom for a minute just to calm down. As long as you know that they're safe and everything is okay, then it's okay for you to step away for a minute just to kind of collect yourself, calm down, and then go back.
I have a new watch. It tells me to relax and breathe for 2 minutes every so often. Yeah, it's got a little feature on there. It tells me
that's cool. Okay, next question.
Jessica White asks, if
this
you could
describe,
this is Auntie Gaga, so we had to throw her in the mix here. If you could describe your children in one word each, what would they be?
So Olivia would be, I guess one would be like go, go, go. She literally doesn't stop. Today she woke up at 6:30 and she went to bed at 8:30 with no nap in between, and she was just go, go, go the whole time. Jackson would be a little heartbreaker. I think we answered this before in like a little online question, but
yeah,
he's definitely the heartbreaker. Although Levi does have some tendencies too, because when he sees someone,
they're all boys will be heartbreakers for sure. Both of them.
Emily is a mini mom because she likes to do everything I do, and I just notice so many things throughout the day when she'll copy me, like from the time the triplets are born, practicing like breastfeeding on her stuffed animals to now wanting to change their bums, or even if they say get down Olivia, then she'll go and get her down. And then Levi,
he's a little man.
I guess that's what it'd be like. I look at him and he's just like so like cute, and I was telling Dan the other day that he's just developed this little smile, and he shows all of his teeth and stuff. And
although Levi's got like some of the sharpest teeth I've ever seen, and he bites me. So it's go, go, go for Olivia. Jackson's a heartbreaker. Levi is a cutie, and Emily is a mini mummy. So Emily to me would be like a leader. So she's got really good leadership qualities, because obviously she's the big sister of her minion gang of the baby pack. Then there would be Jackson, who is a heartbreaker. See it 100%. And then Olivia is Miss Independent, always on her own, doing her own thing. Too. Yeah, she is Miss Independent. You could tell her to stop climbing the gate. She'll cry about it, and then she'll go back and climb the gate. And then as soon as you drop your guard down, she's doing something, and you have to catch her, and then she'll run away. And then Mr. Little Man Levi, he's definitely my little shy guy. he likes to play as everything as a little like a little fun game. Like if you make direct eye contact, he gets all cute and shy and he covers his eyes. It's so much fun. But like they all represent the same thing. They all have very similar qualities, but there's certain things that they point out that specifically we could point out about them, and it's just cute the way they all different, but they're very similar in certain ways.
Ashley Philpott asks, where did you two meet and how long have you been together? I am from Ottawa. And that's,
so shout out to you in Ottawa, or we're from Canada, so that's sort of our nation's capital.
So Dan and I met at a grocery store actually, and it was complete opposites attract. Dan was in hot deli and I was in cold deli.
Full of muscle too.
And it's actually this past March 18th, this past Saturday.
We are 10-year anniversary. Now we're not technically married, I would say. We're common law spouse. And a lot of you might not know this. Maybe in Canada it's different, but it's basically the same as being married. Yeah. Crystal Tan asks, wondering if Dan still rocks the babies all to sleep. Are they getting too heavy, and what's the solution? So before I used to rock them to sleep, I was getting really, really good at it, and then it just started taking way too long because you would put them down and then they would wake back up.
Yeah, I don't know when we transitioned over to not rocking
I don't know, I think I just found out a new, simple way. So after we stopped rocking them, I found out that I could literally close the door, turn off all the lights, and bring one baby up at a time.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would literally lay on the floor with one baby on my chest, and they would fall asleep within like 10 minutes. I kid you not.
The first time I saw him doing it, I went to put Emily to bed or something. We were upstairs brushing our teeth, and somehow the door opened, and then Dan's laying on the ground in the middle of the room. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm putting them to sleep. Oh, it's because you asked me, I need that blanket to put Olivia to sleep. I'm like, oh, do you wrap her up? And he's like, no, I lay her on top of my chest. And like,
just put a blanket over her.
And then
it worked. Amazing.
And then it transitioned because I'm like, okay, I'm not laying on the floor. So I brought them into our bed, and then I lay with him in the bed. And now we found that it's just easier to lay on the couch with all of them after like their show is done, and we change their pajamas, put their bums on.
So you'll see the living room that we do all our videos in. We lay down on the couch, and then Corey will feed them, and then they kind of just they separate. Sometimes I'll get one baby, or Corey will get 4 babies. It doesn't. So it makes it easy for night for me sometimes, but. We just let them fall asleep, and then we slowly bring them up one by one. Next question. Oh, here's one we get all the time. So Megan Montgomery asks, do you ever plan to have more kids? We think about having kids maybe a little later as the triplets get older. Maybe Emily gets a little older. We probably plan on having more kids. Now, right now, we're pretty good. We're pretty content, and we're just crazy busy. But down the road, for sure, we would definitely think about having more kids.
Well, I, on the other hand, have a little bit of a different idea.
10 more kids?
No, not quite. So I always wanted to have 6 kids. And I wouldn't lie, having twins next time would be so awesome, even triplets. Although the risk and everything associated with it, it have mixed emotions about having multiples. But to say I'm never going to have any more kids is kind of sad to think. I want to be done having kids by the time I'm 30, so I have 2 more years. So we'll keep you posted if something does happen.
Cassidy Lewis Hodgins asked, how long do you think children should be rear facing, and how picky are you on car seat safety?
So for me,
I'm just gonna agree. So with the babies, I want them to be as safe as possible. But with car seat safety,
you want to put them forward facing.
Oh now. Yeah, I want to be. I'm okay with them being rear facing now, but
no, you want them forward facing.
I'm okay with them being forward facing now because I feel like once you meet that minimum threshold, I just think it's okay. But we take car seat safety very seriously, whether they're rear facing or not. Emily's rear or forward facing, and the babies are still rear facing.
Yeah, which they will be until they're 2 for sure. Because that's what, I've always just kind of gone by the guidelines, and they're a little bit small too, I feel, so they're not really crammed when they're rear facing. And then they say the recommended age is to go till at least 2 years rear facing. So Emily was a year and a half, because when the triplets were born, she had to go forward facing. That was only because the setup of the car seats in the van, there was no option for her to still be rear facing, and I was kind of upset by that because I wanted to make her go till 2, but she was at least big enough and stuff, and we had like a good car seat and everything. So
I think if like we're new parents, we're figuring things out on the go too. I think if you don't know, you should just stick with whatever the guidelines are. You know, and take it as.
Don't be afraid to ask someone. Like I think you can go to your local fire department.
There's so many people out there that are willing to help, and we were just figuring out things too with our car seats, and we were lucky to have a lot of good resources to help us, especially with having multiple children and making sure that they were safe. Yeah. But in terms of taking the safety seriously, we 100%. Take it as serious as we can. But it was just something that we've had to develop in terms of a skill. Now we're both pros at putting our car seats in and figuring out.
A little bit better than
yeah, Corey's pretty decent, but yeah. So my El Kukan, sorry if we said that incorrect. Yeah. From Aman Jordan, I want to know when can we take. Sorry, she has triplets, 2 boys and a girl. They're now 9 months. Congratulations. Yay. So she wants to know, when can we take your babies out and how hard is it? For example, at the mall. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I guess I'm good to answer this one because I do take them out by myself all the time. And you just kind of have to be prepared for anything, really. To make your life a little bit easier, make sure they either have napped or like fed before you go out. And then that way it kind of keeps them calm a little bit longer. And then just base it like on like the times that you know that they're going to be calm. Like so when I would go out with the triplets, I'd say, okay, in the morning, I'd give them breakfast and stuff, get them ready right away, and then I know that they would fall asleep. And this was like in the, I think we had the triplets in the buckets car seats until they were a year old. So it made life a lot easier because in the morning they'd fall asleep and I'd just take the car seats in and out of the van into the stroller, and then I could do some shopping while they're still sleeping, which is perfect. Now it's a little bit harder because they just want to get out and run. So I have to just kind of make sure that I know I'm not going to be out for too long.
They're already in the car seat when they're in the car, so they don't want to go in any other seat when they get out, or when they're in the carts in the mall or something. They don't want to go back in their car seat, so it gets to be a little challenging, and they like to throw out their back like a little baby.
Yeah. But I always bring them like snacks and stuff now, and they do last pretty long, and they're pretty good and stuff as long as you have like a nummy.
Yeah, this is where it comes to the attitude about if you really want to put in the work, or if you don't want to let things stop you. And we've never really let things stop us. Like when the babies were first born, we were doing road trips. We were traveling everywhere. We did a road trip to Florida, Buffalo, Toronto, like wherever. We were driving all the time and bringing the babies everywhere. So we were just always up for the task. But we knew it was a lot of work.
Yeah. And sometimes even now if it gets just too overwhelming, I'm like, oh my God, like I just leave. I just go home and then that's it.
So yeah, I would just encourage you to try and get out and not let things...
Once you do it once, you'll be good to
go. And it will help you develop some sort of routine and structure on what to do to get the babies ready. And then you'll figure it out. Our last question from Amy Toman. I've noticed in your pictures that your kids sleep in your bed. How strict are you with the kids sleeping in their own bed? Another great question, because we go and shout out to you in Missouri in the United States there. Yes. This is a great question because we get it all the time. Yeah. And we're still wondering when our kids will ever sleep in their own crib.
I know. Emily is pretty good now, and it was probably around 2.5 years old where she actually stayed in her bed all through the night and was able to go to sleep easily and then just wake up like the next morning. Like sometimes we could put her to bed at probably like say maybe even 8 o'clock and she'd sleep until like 10.
Let's just say we need a bigger bed. We need like a California king size. So if anybody,
we need like just one whole
if anybody's
room.
selling one, if anybody's selling one, just let us know. Yeah. The thing with having the multiple children though is especially since I work. And I want to try and give Corey as much rest as she can sometimes too. Yeah. I would get up and I would grab whoever's crying. Sometimes it's multiple children crying, and I'd have to get Corey up, or I'd have to just deal with whoever I found was the most fussy. But we would just, instead of rocking, we don't have time to rock them back to bed, or we'll never sleep. So it's just easier for us to bring the kids into the bed with us. Now we always transition them into their crib first. That way they can get a feel.
Like we put them to sleep. We fall asleep on the couch with them, and then we bring them up to the crib.
Yeah, Olivia used to get up every night too, but we transitioned her into the same room with Emily, and she's been sleeping a lot better, which has been nice. But there's the odd time where we have to bring her in. But like I said, it's just easier for us to co-sleep with the kids because it allows us to get some decent sleep, or we would never sleep, and we would be more tired and cranky than we are. Like, we're not even really cranky, but we would be more tired than
It makes for
usual.
a long day when you don't sleep. So.
Yeah, we do have some long days too, but
and there's so much different like opinions about it, whether it's right or wrong. And as long as you take the safety precautions and make sure everything is okay, there's not extra pillows or blankets in your bed. And like I remember when Emily was little, or even the triplets, I'd lay there like this, and then one would be either way, and then I just constantly always wake up, make sure. Even now, I'm always checking like their face to make sure.
I would just sleep on my side
nothing.
with the baby. It'd be like this.
Yeah.
All kosher like. But I just think you need to do what you have to do as a parent. You know, a little easier. Well, I wouldn't say easier, but a little more flexible with having one baby. But when there becomes two or more in the mix, it just becomes a harder thing to balance. And you need to definitely look after yourself in order to give yourself the proper rest that you need. So if you gotta sleep with your baby, sleep with your baby. It's not going to last forever, and we know that. And that's it for our Q&A. Guys, thank you so much for participating and asking us questions. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of fun answering your questions, because we do get a lot of these questions a lot, and we want to do this more often because there's still a lot of unanswered questions. So be on the lookout for the post on Facebook, and we'll set up a new Q&A and our YouTube vlogs as well. So find us everywhere on social media at www.thebabygang.com, youtube.com/thebabygang, instagram.com/officialbabygang, facebook.com/thebabygang, twitter.com/thebabygang. The Baby Gang everywhere, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you guys later.
Okay, bye.